What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Popcorn Punchups, the only podcast you need for two movie nerds going at it. I pick a movie, Lawson picks a movie. Most of the time, Lawson's scouring the internet looking up for the highest rated things just so he can win because he's highly competitive.
Sure. I am very competitive, but that's not how it goes. It's definitely not happening this week.
This one's a passion pick. He's taken a book out of Reimann's book.
Page.
He's taken a book, page, not a book, because that'd be weird. But whatever. We got a big one. We got a big one because I won and made Lawson watch Half Past Dead, and he's made me watch one really bizarre one and one pretty good one. So
yeah, and I've already picked my next punishment movie.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so have I. Mine is Blackbird, the mini limited series from Apple TV.
Yep.
Starring the guy from The Kingsman and also Stingray from, what's it called? Cobra Kai. And he was also in the movie we watched last week, which was...
Half Past Dead? Naked Gun?
Naked Gun. He was the offsider in Naked Gun. We spoke about it, but yeah, the other cop bloke who was just like comic relief.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. What's been happening, broski?
Okay, I watched, I seriously think, one of the best cinematic experiences of the year for me. There is this YouTube video. If anyone is listening, anyone's listening at all, there's a YouTube video called 1,000 players simulate civilization rich and poor. And it is a 2.5 hour video of a bloke put 1,000 Minecraft players into a server on 2 separate islands, encourage them to make civilizations and sort of create politics, have leaders, whatever. And then after like 10 days, he filmed it all and spent like 2 years editing. And it is amazing. Wow. There's like assassinations. Okay. There's like main characters who get like framed for stuff. And it's, I sat down and started watching because a TikTok video suggested it. I was like, yeah, why not? I was so hooked. And then like my wife comes in. She goes, oh, what's this? And I was like, oh, I'll restart it and you can see it from the beginning so you can understand the concept. And she sat and watched the entire thing as well. It's fantastic.
Okay.
So
are they like living in there the whole time, or is it like they go for their day jobs and then come back?
Yeah, it's day to day. So he opens the server throughout the whole day, and then people come and go. But I don't know the full logistics. I think there's I think he's doing a live stream literally right now. I just checked. He's doing a live stream like how I made it. Okay. So I think, there's some stuff that needs to be explained because some of it's like, I'm not sure if that was done in and out or whatever. But yeah, it's fucking great. And there's so many like, it feels like, we kept saying last night, it feels like a really short Game of Thrones. How there's like power struggles and people try and like take over certain regions and speculation. And there's all this like, at the end, there's a full 2 factions more or less get created and they fully invade the other faction, and not to have spoilers, but it's fantastic. If anyone out there wants to go watch something on YouTube that's genuinely masterful, it's one of the best things I've seen.
Okay, there you go.
That's my recommendation for this week.
Craziness. Well, I have been watching this guy called ReimannTV. He makes some Marvel rival content and lots of movie stuff. So, but yeah, it's just hectic as usual. But let's get into movie news because there's a little bit. So a movie that we watched recently has now been given a official green light for number 7. Can you guess what it is?
Scream?
No, Final Destination.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Okay.
So Bloodlines apparently obviously did really well. The co-writer has also been greenlit to return for number 7. It's crazy.
I'm glad, yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed number 6, so give me more.
Yep. And along the lines of something that can like never die and doesn't seem to go away at the minute is Pedro Pascal is obviously looking to be leading in a new Tony Gilroy movie called Behemoth.
Okay.
Yep. So he's going to have another movie. Shocker. What's he got out now? Like 4 or 5 movies currently like in circulation. He's got that cult classic one. And then Materialists. You were saying there's something or other that's apparently really, really good that will be a cult classic. It's like Freaky or something.
Oh, Freaky Tales.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still yet to watch it. I was going to watch it the other night and it wouldn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in everything currently. And then Fantastic Four, obviously. There's heaps of movies flying around.
I'm getting annoyed at how much everyone is like hating him now because of all his like, oh, he's too touchy and whatever. It's like it just flipped on him. Surely, like, I don't know. There's been enough for us to understand that he's not a predator.
No, the problem is that the higher you climb, the more haters you're going to get, regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
So people like the underdog story where like an up-and-coming person they kind of like, and then as soon as you reach that certain threshold, it goes like people rooting for you, and then bang, they start hating on you.
It's very true.
Yeah. So whatever, let the man live. We've got Batman Part 2 is confirmed to shoot in spring 2026. Cool. So... Yep, keen for that.
Look at that, probably 28.
There's 2 movies that have technically been, in terms of their IMDb listing, like 2023, and that is Eden. So a trailer has now come out for that. So that's Ana de Armas in the Island Nightmare Escape one. That's Ron Howard directing. And then The Toxic Avenger, which is... for some reason listed as 2023 is only like getting ready to come out this year. So
because Eden's listed as 2024. Is that not out?
Yeah, so it did a film festival screening, Eden did, but it's not like mainstream out yet.
Yep.
So it's I don't know, it's a bit bizarre for that one, but yeah, they're set to come out this year.
Yep.
And then Brendan Fraser is coming back to the screen, where I watched the trailer to this one because I was like, what is this? This is so confusing. And it's Brendan Fraser playing an actor but living a lie. So he like goes in and he becomes like one of those family rental people in like Japan, where he goes in and like they rent him for all sorts of like different bits and pieces. Be like just a support person for someone, or like
that's a thing. I don't know about rental families in Japan.
Apparently, I got onto a whole TikTok line after it because I was like, "What is this?"
You're right.
So he's coming back. So if he does a performance like The Whale, then we're in for a.
Yeah, he's definitely a capable actor.
So we'll see, and then. This one surprised me a little bit because Margot Robbie is apparently going to be looking like in the remake of The 50-Foot Woman by Tim Burton.
Oh, wow. Tim Burton. Okay. The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Yeah. So
damn.
That's surprising.
Yeah, shit. The original was like a 1958. Yeah, like kaiju film. How weird.
Yeah.
Okay. And Margot Robbie makes sense. I mean, the first one's all super sexualized and yeah. Sure. If I had to list movies getting remakes, I'm not sure I would have put The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman on that list.
I wouldn't have put Tim Burton on that either.
Very true. But he's very good at having like heartfelt monsters. Like, you know, we see the typical bad guy being misunderstood, like Edward Scissorhands and Jack Skellington and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so sure. I mean, look, I'm glad he's doing it. That sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. We'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm interested.
That's it for the movie news.
Yep,
so
yep.
that brings us in.
Side note, a little more of a personal side note. Not personal, but as in like you and me. Remember how we watched Glass Onion, the Knives Out story, like the second Knives Out?
Oh, yeah.
And neither of us liked it. I watched the first one during the week. It's actually very good. Very good. So I don't understand why the second one was so janky. Because the first one's great.
I think that's a sequel problem.
Yeah, but they had a pretty easy formula.
Which, I don't know, may hold up for the other sequel.
Yeah, I mean, of course. But, first one was pretty good. Just wanted to lay it out there.
Yeah, look at Mean Girls.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at a lot of sequels, but this was more of like a successor, more of a spiritual successor than a sequel because it wasn't the same. The only similarity was, what's his name? Craig, fucking Batman, Superman, James Bond. What's his name?
Daniel Craig.
He was the only similarity between the first and the second. So I feel like they could have done more, but anyway, it's not relevant. I just wanted to bring it up. Anyway, this week, Freakier Friday was my pick. I love the original Freaky Friday. It was a movie I watched a lot growing up. My mum loved it, so it was one of those movies that there wasn't a lot of movies that we both really enjoyed. Freaky Friday, The Matrix was a couple, but if we watched a movie together,
that's a weird different.
Yeah, because I liked, a lot of different stuff too. My mother, obviously. But Freaky Friday, I think we both really enjoyed. Watched it a few times. It was a family pick on a Friday night, watch a movie sort of thing together. Yeah, I have a lot of attachment to the first one. Love Lindsay Lohan. Love Jamie Lee Curtis. It's great. First one's fucking awesome. When this trailer came out, I was pretty apprehensive. Obviously, we're getting so many reboots and sequels, and like you said about Mean Girls sequel was fucking awful. The trailer looked kind of funny for this. I thought, oh, okay, this could be decent. And yeah, watched it last night, and you know what? It's decent. That's probably the best word for it. So this, instead of being a body swap between mother and daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, this is set, 25 years in the future. Lindsay Lohan's character has decided to, Anna, single parent, and she's raising a daughter whose name is Harper. And Harper's like a troubled teen, not too troubled, she's just, has a disagreement with her mother. All she wants to do is surf. She's not like a great student, whatever else. And there's at school her arch nemesis is this girl called Ella, who's this posh English girl who thinks the sun shines out of her ass and is a bit of a snob. They're like fighting. They have a science experiment goes wrong. And because both parents have to come into the school, Anna Coleman, Lindsay Lohan's character, meets Ella's dad, who's played by Manny Jacinto, who is Jason Mendoza from The Good Place.
I can't get Jason out of my head every scene that he's in.
And I've watched Good Place literally start to finish probably like 50 or so times.
Yeah. God, he's funny as in The Good Place though.
Yeah. You've got to be a smart person to play a dumb person well. It's hard to see him any differently in this. Especially in this, he's playing like a posh Englishman. And I don't know if it's average acting or if it's just my preconception of Jason Mendoza. But it was hard for me to see him as a posh Englishman a lot of the time. But I don't think that's on him. I think he's a fine actor. I think it's so hard to shake that like original casting.
And you've watched him a few times. I reckon you've watched the series a few times. We've put it on a few times.
Yeah, it's one of my like comfort movies. I watch it most nights to go to sleep.
They're up.
Like I watched, every single day I watched Good Place. So it's hard for me not to see him as that.
That'd be difficult.
Yeah. But anyway, I still love him and I'm so glad he's in this. I ran upstairs because I didn't realize he was in it. I ran upstairs and showed my wife straight away and was like, look, Jason Mendoza's the love interest. So yeah, story goes, Lindsay Lohan and Manny Jacinto are getting married, and that means that the arch nemesis teenage girls are becoming sisters. And the story sort of skips ahead a bit, 6 months, where they starting to get married, which is obviously a whirlwind relationship, but whatever. And as we obviously expect, they're at a party, the engagement party. No, bachelorette,
yeah.
And they see this woo-woo fucking psychic whatever, and the psychic body swaps. But this time, instead of just being mother-daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis swaps bodies with Ella, the snobby stepsister, and Lindsay Lohan swaps bodies with Harper, her daughter. It felt weird that Jamie Lee Curtis and Ella were swapping. That felt a little shoehorned at times. What's their connection? But they made it work, I think, relatively well. And then it's just the movie it's the same movie from there. It's Lindsay Lohan going to work with a teenage daughter inside of her, and trying to live out her life. And then Jamie Lee Curtis is the same, and she gets a makeover again, just like the original. Young person's dressing her up. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Lily. I was getting my snobs mixed up. I think Ella's the wrong person. Sorry. Lily is the Sophia Hammonds, who I don't know, or Julia Butters. I didn't know either of the teenage girls. So yeah, it's bringing back a lot of familiar faces, has the same sort of plot. They realize that the other person's life is difficult, and they realize that they all belong in LA, and that the snobby girl she really wants a family, and then it ends the way I expect it to. The end.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
So, I don't know. I didn't like the introduction of the two girls and the swaps. I was like, I would have preferred not having the snobby girl and having it Lindsay and her daughter swapping places, and then being it's hard being a mother, and then
the same as the first.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or even a three-way swap with Jamie Lee Curtis as well somehow.
Yeah, because the introduction of of Lily, I was I had no connection to her. She was just kind of thrown in there for an extra body swap so that they could all swap.
Yeah, or I would have been fine if it was just Harper and Lily swapping, and Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis's characters were more there to aid them in their body swap. But then it's not a Freakier Friday, is it? It's just another Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. Some of the comedy hit. Some of the comedy was actually quite funny.
Yeah.
There was a whole scene where Chad Michael Murray comes in as well, and the whole records and the Britney Spears that. I actually laughed quite a lot at that one because it was
It turns out Chad Michael Murray's character is he wants to date Jamie Lee Curtis instead of Lindsay Lohan, which it was just finding a little plot point.
Yeah, especially at the end as well, where he rocks up at the wedding with his new girlfriend. Yeah. Pretty funny. Yeah.
I felt like the comedy landed. I don't think it's as funny as the first one. And I think not a huge problem. I think the biggest problem with this for me is the first one being just a two-person body swap. We get to spend so much time with each person and experiencing. The whole thing is about, Lindsay Lohan as a teenager realizing that her mum's life is pretty difficult, and then vice versa. So you spend a lot of time with that. Where in this one, we never really, Lindsay Lohan's character Lindsay Lohan as, how to put this, the mum never really goes to school and experiences, besides going to detention, experiences what life is like as a teenager. which I guess was less of the point because it's not about, realizing walking up a person's shoes and realizing life's hard. It's more about recognizing where you belong. But yeah, it just felt, because we didn't spend much time with each individual person like in the original, I didn't feel like that part's so fun, getting to like watch them, how would a teenager act inside an adult body, which we get a little bit in this, but it's not as much, is my point.
No, I feel like, there was too many people to focus on, but they did try and like team them up. So it was like, we can try and spend more time, but it was also like the girls, I don't know, I didn't find them as enjoyable. Obviously, Lindsay and Jamie, like really fun together. Like they bounce back and forth. And like, I wanted to spend more time with them because they were like captivating on screen. With the other two girls, I was like, I don't care for you. Like I know you're a surfer and I know that you're a snob.
It's just your whole character. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like they didn't really do anything together that was like, I don't know, super fun or engaging.
I agree.
Where the main focus was obviously Jamie and Lindsay. Yeah. And that's what I wanted. But I don't know, I still relatively enjoyed it. Like it wasn't
fun.
It wasn't a Mean Girl experience where you're like, what the hell has happened here? Like, why are we doing this? Like, it was still good enough that I had a reasonable time. I just was expecting the fun sort of wrapped up package that was the first one.
Yeah, I think the first one has clearer messaging as well. Yeah.
So, like, with the first swap, I think they did really well with, like, showcasing who's in whose body and then having, like, the reenactments of them running into each other and being like, oh, no, we've tried this.
Yeah,
like,
And I had to think more in this one. Like, there were times where certain people were acting, like, and I had to think, wait, who's in that body again? Being 4, like, it wasn't as automatic in my brain. I had to somewhat, like, actually process each time. Not every time, but sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, so like
I did really laugh at when a teenage girl who's obviously very pretty and obsessed with her looks is inside this old woman's body and she's like, what's wrong with her skin? And she's freaking out about like, I love it's Jamie Lee Curtis just insulting herself for a lot of it. She's like, what's wrong with her eyes and why has she got no lips? Like all this. And I felt like that I really enjoyed that. That was pretty funny.
That was cool. Surprisingly, on IMDb, the second one is higher rated than the first one.
I think that's just hype ratings. They're leaving out.
Maybe, yeah.
What is it on Letterboxd? Have a look.
I mean, the first one has 165,000 reviews, and the newest one only has 2,600.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll
see how that goes.
Have a quick look on Letterboxd.
It's released in theaters, not on Disney Plus yet.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm sure when more people start to see it and it comes onto Disney Plus, people might be jumping on there. But
on Letterboxd, Freaky Friday has an average of 3.5 and Freakier Friday has an average of 3.4.
Okay.
So it's slightly lower.
Yeah. Look, the first one is a very fun movie.
Yeah, I still love the first one. And this one's I still had fun with this, but I still don't think it doesn't hold up quite as well. There are problems. There are holes.
It reminds me of the In-Betweeners. So like the first film is so good. Like it's really enjoyable. And then the second one's like it's still enjoyable, but there's like...
It's not. There aren't as many moments. Like I can literally think back to probably 10 moments right now of the first one that I could bring up, make me laugh. But in this, there's a couple. Yeah. But I still really enjoy it. I still recommend it. And I'm still looking forward to watching it with my mum for that nostalgia.
Yeah, that's fair.
They do another. I'm glad they didn't do the exact same thing. There's another scene at the end, just like the climax of the first movie where Lindsay Lohan has to perform with Pink Slip on stage, and then you've got Jamie Lee Curtis in the sidelines, actually playing the guitar. And I thought they were going to do the same thing again in this, which is like, fuck's sake. But they didn't. They brought her out on stage and was like, this is my daughter and she's going to play for me instead and I'm going to sing. But it also raised the question, like, how did her daughter know all the lyrics to the song?
Yeah.
They were just singing on stage together. But
just a convenient plot point because she's listened to it.
I'm not going to start pointing out holes in a body swap movie, you know?
No, well.
I still really enjoyed it. It hit the right nostalgia for me.
What did you give it?
I'm on a flat 3.
Yep. I am dittoing you. I'm on a 3 as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of more things to talk about, but I was expecting more cameos, which I'm glad there wasn't. I'm not saying I wanted more cameos. I just, at this point with fucking sequels and reboots, it's becoming a bit of a trope that we're getting like a fuck ton of cameos. I'm glad we didn't get
172 cameos.
No, I did not. We got recurring characters, like Mark Harmon is still playing the dad, which is nice. But I'm glad it wasn't like, you know, fucking all these random people thrown into it for the sake of it. And Lindsay Lohan's great. I'm so glad that she's on the up again. Having fun.
We'll wait to her Christmas movies.
I think she's done with them. I think she had a three movie contract.
Easy money, easy Christmas bonus. She's going to do another one.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
One more quick thing. The bloopers at the end. I dislike bloopers in the credits if they're funnier than the movie. I think they were fine in this because I still found the movie funny. But I actually really liked it because it shows how much fun they were having on set. Like this movie, it's just a bunch of people who used to work together coming back together again and making a movie again. And I think it really personifies like having fun in the industry. You know, yes, they're here to make money, but they're also having a really good time with it, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, it's fair. Well, and then flat 3.
Flat 3
Here we go.
on average as well. Yep. Moving on.
So we had a body swap, and now we're moving on to a body horror film.
Yeah.
Where it's less body swapping and more body
merging,
combining.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is the movie Together, which has been on my list because people have been saying this is actually quite a good horror film.
Yeah.
And then also I wanted to watch Weapons, but unfortunately we couldn't see Weapons at the time. So we decided to stick with Together because it's been on the list for a little bit. And this one is starring Dave Franco and also Alison Brie, which we know from Community. Yeah.
And they're a real life couple. And this time it's confirmed, not like my fuck up with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, they actually are a couple, so it's kind of cute. So this is years into their relationship. Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroad as they move to the country, with tensions already flaring. An encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. Millie, I didn't do it because you knew it was coming.
I was waiting for it.
So Millie is a teacher. I can't remember if she's like junior primary or middle school. Or whatever,
like primary school. They're pretty young.
Yeah. Okay. So she wins a job and moves to a small town because she's fed up with the big city just being a number and wants to have like a real impact, like that super passionate teacher.
Yeah.
And her partner, Tim, played by Dave Franco, is he's a muso, bit of a, I want to say drop kick, like he's a bit sort of...
He's lost.
Doesn't drive, yeah. Sort of struggling with his way. They do the whole like going away party and she like does the will you marry me, pretends to have the box, you know, which causes a large amount of tension because Tim doesn't respond the way people are going to think and it becomes really awkward. I feel like their relationship is already slightly strained before they're moving. And then he's also having that conflict of I'm going to be in this band, but they're moving like 2 or 3 hours away, however far. It's like a couple of
really
hours.
Explain. They say it's really far. But he can also catch a train to get there. Oh, it was a couple of hours? My bad.
They say a couple of hours. So
sure.
For whatever reason, they've moved to the country with a strained relationship. They move into this house. And this house has a smell, and he pulls out this like light fixture, and there's all these rats and stuff in there.
It's a rat king.
Was it a rat king?
Yeah, when rats they live in close proximity and their tails get tangled.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep, it's totally a thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah, right. Wow, okay. Yeah, so there's like this sort of foreshadowing of all this like combining essence, because apparently rat kings are a thing. I didn't know that. He gets the rats, pulls them out, throws them, and then we get to see Millie a little bit interacting at the school, which is again a little bit of a foreshadow, because we meet who's the teacher? Jamie. Jamie is the teacher who sort of like saves Millie and is like that sort of, I don't know, connection in an unfamiliar environment, which happens that they live really close together. Tim and Millie go out into the woods for the hiking trails and then see all these bells. They ring the bell, fall down a cliff, and then they cut their leg, and then they sleep in the cave. But then all of a sudden there's this merging happening, like they get stuck together, kind of like super glue. You know when like you get super glue on your fingers and it's like
the skin's pulling apart.
Glue. Yeah, that's what a lot of this reminded me of.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then as we go further and further,
well, he drinks
like
from the water
pool
is important. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. That's defining. So Tim drinks, but Millie doesn't actually drink from the water.
Yep.
Yeah, to start with anyway. So they start to combine. Tim continually has like these dreams as well. So that was actually really spooky, that first dream where she's like, can you tell these people to go away?
Yeah, it was.
And the bed's joined. And then I was like, whoa, like jump scares don't normally get me, but this one,
yeah,
that one
it was
got me.
more. It was
like,
more of like a creepy scare than it was like. There wasn't like a big sound. It was like boom, jump scare. It was just like, even now I get little goosebumps. It was just like a creepy moment. Than it was less. It was a jump. It was good.
Yeah, like the camera transition was really cool as well. I was like, whoa, that was sick.
Well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Tim drinks from the water, which is a defining moment. There's Millie, who the relationship becomes quite strained due to a number of things. They try and reconnect, but every time they try and connect, they like stick together. And there's a whole like super awkward scene in the bathroom where they're like full stuck together.
I could not think of. I'm sorry, everybody else. I'm not going to give context to this, but this will make Reimann laugh. I couldn't stop thinking of Squid Jag.
Yeah, you're in and you can't get out. So, yeah. So, watching the body contortion, I think that's the right word, where they're like coming together like that. There's a hallway scene where Tim is getting pulled down the hallway and then Millie's coming out and doing the full like contortion, like flips. And I was like, that's insane. That was like really cool.
Yeah, it was.
To see them like trying to fight and him like nice little details. It wasn't just like putting their feet together and pushing. It was like covering it up so that it don't get stick together.
Skin. Yeah. Which was good. I'm glad they did that because I'm like, you put your feet together pushing against each other, it's going to make things worse. But I'm glad there's a little, they actually pay attention to their own law.
Yeah. So like I was having a great time trying to work out why are they being like pulled together. And then we get Millie going to Jamie and Jamie being like I want to say confidant or like, I don't know, trying to be a therapist because she needs someone to talk to. Yeah. But then...
she's got no one else.
Yeah. The nice little close-up of the bell on his house. I was like, oh, why is that there?
Yeah.
And there's like that lore of the people going missing. So there was already like a couple that had gone missing in this area beforehand. Jamie then giving Millie the water, which is the water that causes the combining.
Yep. Which I didn't pick up. So after the movie, I was thinking about like, why did she start getting like pulled when she wasn't initially? And then it clicked like an hour after I finished it, and when I realized, Jamie gave her the water.
Yeah. So like I thought the body merging was insane. I was like the practical effects for them merging into the body was crazy. Like the moment where their hands start to join together. Yeah. And then Tim is taped to the chair and Millie's like got the buzzsaw.
And I really appreciated that they didn't like a Saw film where they, you know, get so obsessed with the gore and like, oh, we have to show them cutting their own arms and stuff. This started showing the cut of the arms, and then it just cold cuts to them sitting on the floor having something to eat. Blood everywhere, the saw's covered in blood. Like, you don't need to see the whole thing in order to be grossed out. And I just love that cut. I think that was so important.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like them dealing with the connection. Yeah. And then I had a little bit of a problem where Millie actually finds out what's causing it. I was like, this is very, very convenient. It's one of those, like, how do we give the viewers the details of seeing what's happening, where she goes to Jamie's house and then happened to be the video at the right time that she walks in.
He's like sitting there in the room waiting for her to walk in, and they're like, push play now. I know that does take me out a little bit.
Yeah, so like it was a little bit annoying, but it was also like, like I was wondering what was the issue. They were like some occult church thing where it's like joining together, where they become the ultimate being. I don't know, where they sort of join together. It
was kind of like, because they say earlier that it's the idea of like twin flames, that every soul is actually split upon, you know, before souls inhabit bodies, they're split. And then our job as humans is to find the other half of our soul and then, you know, be with that person, with their twin flame. I like the concept and that they're taking that literal, and that, you know, this cult was all about rejoining the souls into one body again. I think it's cool, but yeah, you're right. Like, the sort of reveal of that at the end felt a little like, again, I said it earlier with Freakier Friday, but shoehorned.
Yeah, a little bit convenient. But then them actually realizing, like, when before she gets like the full reveal, she was like, I'm going to Jamie's, don't do anything silly, and like he like legs it as soon as she goes. That was like,
that was pretty so funny. I think that it reminds me of like Hitchcock was really good at releasing tension with comedy. And I think that moment for me was so important, because like just before that is super high tension. It's them cutting their own arms up and everything. And obviously the end of the movie is going to be high tension as well. I laughed so hard at that moment, just pausing on him for so long, and then just like he just fucking runs. It's so funny.
Yeah. So even when he's like in the hole in the cave, and then he's like, the knife was convenient, and then he was like, all right, the only way we can end this is if one of us isn't alive. But like, even seeing the blood trail where it was like going up his face and like merging in, like the practical effects were so good.
Definitely.
Like, I was so impressed. And then even the end merging scene, I was like, this is insane. Like watching the eye and the eyelashes all come together, and the eye melding in and the hand coming across. I was like, that's insane.
Even the whole thing of if you don't embrace, because Jamie says like, if you don't embrace it, it only makes things worse. So like he goes down into the cave and he sees a failed attempt, and it's like this like mangled fucking hybrid human with like, you know, extra legs and two heads coming out, and it's like, help me, and he freaks out and cuts it. I also liked in that scene, because my thinking was like, why was he so aggressive towards this monster? Like, it was obviously asking for help. I know that it's a monster, but if you'd actually stopped and listened. But earlier he said, I feel what you feel. And in that scene, Alison Brie, whatever her character's name was, I forgot, Millie, in that moment, Millie is terrified. So I think that was like a more of a he feels what she feels thing. So he wasn't even able to react appropriately to this, you know, quite sad monster. I liked how they kept, again, they set their law, they set their like rules of this body transformation thing. And I think for the most part, they really stuck to it. And I appreciated that.
Yeah. And then we end with like, well, before that we had like Millie saying, oh, my parents are coming up for lunch, and like the whole tension, like, I don't want you shouldn't be there, etc. Like they're pretty much going to break up, and then they come together. And then we end with the parents knocking on the door, ringing the bell, and then a new merged person just answering the door.
He goes, "Hey."
I was like, "How do we explain this?"
Yeah, that's where it ends.
So I did some Googling, and like apparently this has a bit of quite a following, and people have like named the new person.
Oh, really? Can I guess it?
Yeah, because I can't remember it, so you can guess away.
Oh.
Well, I Google it.
I think it'd be a name hybrid. I think it's going to be Tilly. Because Tim and Millie?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Tilly.
That rings a bell. Merged person name.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I'll talk. I'll finish this thought before I go on a tangent.
Yeah, Tilly. Tilly is what the community is now calling him. But how do you work that out? Like, yeah, come on in for lunch. We've merged together.
Yeah, who's this random person who kind of looks like my daughter and my daughter's partner?
We are now one.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's crazy.
Which is a cool ending. And it's cool too because when you know that ending or how it's going to go, and you look back on Jamie and Jamie's partner, like you saw those photos. Who Jamie is doesn't really look like either of those people, but kind of looks like both. In like one wears glasses, one has like a more of a skinnier face, like Jamie does. Whatever. So when you realize that it's actually Jamie with the person you meet is a mashup of two different bodies, you're like, oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I like that little reveal. I'm trying to. Yeah. Anyway, for me, I don't like Dave Franco. I think he comes across as just a whiny baby a lot of the time. Like so much of his acting is just like pulling scared faces or like whiny fucking complaining faces. And it kind of worked for his character. Like I think he played into his strengths being a little bit. He is a whiny baby and so is his character. But a lot of this I struggled to take him seriously. I don't really like him as an actor or as a person. But I love Alison Brie. I think she did really well. I don't know. It's hard because there are moments I liked with him as well. I think he did a fine job in a lot of it. A lot of it I just found him annoying.
I mean, that was his character though. So
yeah, I think some of it was he was an annoying character, but I think some of it also is because there are parts where he was like they're trying to have moments with like little fun, cute moments between the couple, and I found him annoying. But that's just I don't like Dave Franco. I don't eat the Francos anymore.
Is it just because you don't like him?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure if it was he actually had to do something wrong, or if he was. I just don't like him and I find him annoying, so it was hard to. Same with Jason Mendoza in Freakier Friday. It's hard for me to separate the actor from the character sometimes.
Right. That's fair. But here's a little bit of trivia for you.
Sure.
This film was shot in 21 days.
Yeah, that tracks. Yep.
And apparently during filming, they both had to wear the merged prosthetic arm for like hours in between takes. So they had to like go to the bathroom and stuff together. Yeah.
I mean, they're real life couples, so that's fine.
That's fine. And then apparently Michael Shanks, it's his first debut.
Yeah.
So,
more or less, looking at his list earlier, like he's done a lot of shorts and little videos. No like live action films yet.
Yeah,
it's a great entry. Like I'll be curious to see what this person's capable of next. I'd watch more from this director.
Yeah. I was quite happy with this. I was like, this is a nice little tidy package. But again, it was kind of similar to what was the other one we watched, the sequel to Talk to Me, Let Her In, Bring Her Back.
Yep.
Where it was like he didn't quite explain enough. Like it seemed a little bit too convenient how we find out bits and pieces.
That's a lot of these horror movies. Like the concept is stronger than the reasoning for a lot of these things sometimes.
Yeah, but still, I really enjoyed it. I thought the merging and the actual horror scenes were quite highly impressive.
Yeah, I really liked especially the body horror stuff, I think was really strong. I think the body horror in this is better than in Bring Her Back. Not better than Talk to Me, but better than Bring Her Back.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of like the hyperboles of like, oh, best horror movie of the year and shit like that. I just find it annoying. But
I mean, the tagline is best horror film of the year.
I know what I'm saying. I just think that it oversells stuff. But
they're saying that for weapons as well.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah,
but if you consider Sinners a horror, then nothing is going to compete with that. Like that's hands down. It's for me. It's still the best movie of the year. You mentioned Bring Her Back and Talk to Me. Like a lot of the sound department and music and the score and stuff was made by the same people who did those movies.
Okay.
As well as some special effects, which also makes sense. But yeah, a lot of sound. Like if you do the IMDb, you know how there's the IMDb collaboration thing, the advanced search. There are 14 people who worked on Bring Her Back who also worked on Together.
Right.
And it's mainly like music department composer, some like art department and set designs and shit like that as well. But yeah, which is great. Yeah. I'm glad that, people who are making good movies are collaborating.
Yeah. So it's been nominated for 3 awards, and that was at each of the film festivals it's been to.
Cool. And valid. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And it's unique. Like, we talk so often about movies that are just fucking reboots and redos and the same stories over and over again. And this was like a pretty unique entry, I think.
Yeah. What would you give it, you reckon?
I'm so on the fence between like 3.5 to a 4. I think 4 could be overly generous. But 3.5 doesn't feel like it's high enough either. I don't know. Let's go 4. I'm feeling generous.
Nice. Wow. We're mirror images of each other.
Oh, look at that.
We're merging. So,
Yeah. I look back to other things. I gave like a 4.5. It's like 28 years later. I definitely liked it less than 28 years later, but I liked it more than Superman and more than Happy Gilmore 2, Your Naked Gun. So they're 3.5s. Yeah. So yeah, I think a 4 is fair.
Yeah, sweet.
We agree.
Hooray! Hive mind. Which
means Ryan wins this week.
Drink the water. Drink the water, my friend.
Drink the water. Bell. You want to merge?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Oh, ouch.
I don't want to merge with anyone, mate.
I know. You are your own individual.
Yeah. But like, I wonder if they do a sequel where they follow up with Tilly.
I hope not, to be honest.
Yeah, probably leave it.
I think one and done is enough. I like the open-ended ending and having to make our own ending up.
Yeah, it's just a continuous trap of people that are merging in there.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if I rewatched it, if I'd pick up anybody else in town meant to also be merged without us knowing. I don't really see many people besides Jamie and the couple, so maybe not.
You saw the lady with the tea bag, and that's about it.
Right.
Besides the friends.
Yeah. But yeah. I also really like the in the posters, the typography being mashed and like merging together. I think that's really clever graphic design.
Ooh. Look at you.
Anyway.
Moving on. What to do.
Good stuff, Reimann. Congratulations. Yeah. What are we doing? What do we need to do, Reimann? What do we need to do?
You need to tell your friends. Tell
your friends.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys next time.
Love yous.